everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wings and Things. My name is Mr. Cullinan, and I've been the music director here at St. Thomas Aquinas for the last 16 years.
I'm Sean Lacko. I'm a junior here.
I'm Victoria McLean. I'm a senior.
And both of them are in all four of the concert performing groups that I run and also the marching band. So let's get started, guys. Which one? I'm liking this one here.
Yep.
Looks pretty mild. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Good.
It's got a little bit of a tang to it. I like that. All right. Well, for both of you, what's the worst marching band experience you've had here working with me? It doesn't have to be a time that I went crazy and yelled at you, though it could be.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay. My first ever football game with marching band. We were against Del Val, and we drove 2 hours, if I remember correctly, in the rain, and there was so much traffic just for us to play through our field show, stay for the first quarter or first half, and then we just left.
Yeah.
That was the day. Oh, I also forgot the sticks for aux percussion because, I need sticks to play cymbal, and I didn't have that. I think I just had the tambourine, and I was just trying to play the tambourine through every song. So that was fun.
that was your freshman year?
Yeah.
Because I remember that. I've been to so many of these games now, they all tend to run together, but I distinctly remember that Del Val is directly across the state. There's no freeway that takes you there. We were driving through suburban areas trying to get there. It was so wild. And then it was raining sideways.
Oh yeah. That was
Just like last year's Del Val game.
Yes, yeah,
All
it
of our
seems to be
music.
every time.
Was that when the power went
Got
out?
stained too.
We had to replace everyone's music.
Yeah.
Yes, I distinctly remember that. All right, so that's Vicky's. That makes sense. Very first game, and I probably gave all the freshmen a speech on the way back. Guys, this is not normally what games are like.
Maybe it did. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure.
Sean, what about you?
Probably last year's Del Val game when the power went out.
It's always so
Oh, but
bad.
that was
The
so.
power went out. It was raining sideways.
Oh, and the
That was fun.
yeah.
Either that or it was when you yelled at me for sticking my arm out the window on the bus.
You never stuck your arm out the window. On
I
the
never
bus
did.
Again, did you? But that's actually a great plug. After you watch this, go to the playlist we have of football games and find the Delaware Valley game from 2021 because the power goes out right before the end of the first half.
I remember
It's
we
the
were
part of the
standing-
video that's just dark, so it's easy to find. And then you'll hear the band start before you actually see them because we started running our show in the dark.
Yeah.
No, I just remember standing on the track and seeing a big blue light
Yes.
just
The
come
spark.
over the trees.
Oh my gosh, that was so scary.
And we were prepared to run that
Yeah.
show, weren't we? Because
Blindfolded.
that's right. During band camp, I made
I
them
remember
run
you
the
just,
show
you
blind.
just radioed over to Jen, do you guys want to do this?
Yeah.
And then I just heard the cheer from across the field. I was like, all right,
Yeah,
we're doing this.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we move on?
Yes.
Yep.
What do you guys, well, I guess we'll cheers first. This barbecue looking one here, I guess. All right.
I think okay.
Vicky's going out of order.
I don't know
Oh,
which
wow.
one I did first.
Cheers. All right, what do you got for me?
What's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten?
This isn't bad.
Earlier this school year,
Oh, God.
I did that that one chip challenge.
Yes.
I've got more interesting answers to that question because one of my dearest friends is a gentleman by the name of Millen Shaw, and through high school and college, he and my friend Frank O'Donnell and I, we were, hanging out pretty often, and his family does intense spicy food, but it's all delicious. So that's where I developed my tolerance because it was a combination of Indian food and Irish guilt. I'm not gonna make anybody feel bad for putting something in front of me, so I have to eat it and tell them how delicious it is. And it really, but it was, yes, I'd be crying, tears be running down my face, but it was always delicious. And then we're a big fan in my family, big fans of the show that kind of gave birth to this idea here, what we're doing here. And the hottest sauce that they have on that show, my brother-in-law got a bottle a couple years ago, and we put it on some brisket. So that was also delightful. Incredibly hot. Man, it stuck with me. But it tasted great. That one chip challenge, that did not taste good. That was not made by people that love spicy food and appreciate the taste of peppers. It was made by scientists that just want to cause pain. So telling you right now, don't do the one chip challenge. But if you ever have a chance to do really hot, spicy food that's made by people that just love those tastes, I say go for it if you can tolerate that. How about you guys?
Probably the one same person who made you do it was just annoying me that one day.
I haven't done
Wasn't
it yet,
fun.
but I did promise him I would do it before I graduate.
Oh, please don't, Vicky.
I really want to.
It doesn't even
little
taste
to no
good.
spice tolerance, but I want to do it.
It doesn't taste good.
Well, let's see how you do with the suicidal sauce on these wings first.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's move on. Moving down
I think this next one's buffalo.
moving down the line here. Yeah.
Maybe.
Cheers.
Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's not.
Well, you figure it out
We'll
later.
see.
Especially for Sean, but Vicky, feel free to chime in. Sean, character is important, and nothing really builds character more than being fans of the baseball and football teams that you and I follow, the Mets and Jets. What's it like? What's it like for you as a young person being a fan of those two teams?
Well, you watch them do so good, and then they break your heart every time. Jets this year finally saw some kind of winning, and then they are on a 6-game losing streak. Mets almost made it to the playoffs and then just decided to lose. So I don't know if I'll see one of those teams win anytime soon.
What's your fondest memory for each team, or most exciting game that you can remember watching? This is going to make me feel really old, by the way.
I skipped school one day in 2nd grade, and we were sitting in the second deck, and the guy bombed it 2 rows in front of us.
Nice. I also skipped school a couple
Not
of
for
years
baseball,
ago.
though.
No, for a baseball game. I skipped school to watch the game where Matt Harvey came back to pitch for the Orioles against the Mets. We cheered him on because that's, he gave his all as a Met. So I got no problems with him. And I played hooky one day in May to go watch that game and be in the crowd and cheer for him. And also the Mets won. So 2 birds with 1 stone. And I was in the stadium in October of 2000 in the old Giant Stadium for what they call the Monday Night Miracle. The Jets coming back from something like 24 points down in the 4th quarter to beat the Dolphins. Were either of you born at that point? No, right? No, the year 2000?
No.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. Vicky, what about you? Professional sports teams that you particularly follow?
Man, I really used to follow the Suns basketball. My grandpa was always into the Yankees.
All right.
Funny. Lakers. I had a volleyball phase like last year and the year before that, so that was fun. What has been your most memorable, could be good, could be bad, moment in teaching?
There's so many. I'll never forget the accompanist for the choir in my very first concert. I won't give full name, but his name was Manny. Manny, if you're watching, I haven't forgotten this, and thank you for stepping up. But he had like a little mini anxiety episode right before the concert. We had not practiced with anyone else. The choir was not used to me playing because Manny was an exceptionally talented piano player. And this was my first concert. I felt all this pressure in the world. And he came to me beforehand and he said, just off stage, Mr. C, I'm sorry. I don't think I can do this. And I said, okay, I understand. And then I shoved him out on stage and I said, everyone, our accompanist, Manny. And the whole crowd applauded for him. And he sat down and he had a great concert. But that I distinctly remember as one of the earliest moments. But with every year, there comes something new and exciting. And yeah, as I get older, the years start to blend together. But I think if there's ever a year where I don't end the year thinking, wow, I had a memorable moment or 20 memorable moments, that'll be when it's time for me to retire. Because so much every year. That one sticks out because it was the very first concert, the very first time. Sean, what is this thing that you have down by your feet here?
I don't know. A bunch of cups from whatever restaurant I went to yesterday, and that thing.
Explain.
To scare you. So whatever was in my house that I threw in a pot on the stove.
So this is a hot sauce that you yourself cooked and made.
Pretty much.
And I should trust this why?
Because I hoped you would.
All right. I'm dipping my
Might
next
wanna
one in
shake it
this.
up
Okay.
first.
Might want to shake it up first.
Been sitting in Mr. Dahmer's fridge for a while.
Oh.
All right. Well, now that I'm committed to this, what's in it?
Jalapenos, horseradish, garlic, a lot of
Okay, yeah, I see that.
a lot of cayenne, chili powder.
Yeah. A lot of cayenne.
I think you just made mace. That's, well, this is the wing before we do the quote suicidal one. So bottoms up. Ready?
I didn't get any of that.
Dipping it in the Sean sauce.
I have a feeling
They're
there's
great.
something in there that might actually kill me, so I'm gonna.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Vicky does have a lot of food allergies.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Like right away, it hits you with that cold hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, did you put Vicks Vapor Rub in this?
No. Like it has been sitting in Mr. Dahmer's fridge for a week, so.
So it might have fermented in that time.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was sitting in there for that.
All right, Sean. Top 5 movies. Go. Vicky, you get to think about it for a bit.
Goodfellas, Blues Brothers, Moulin Rouge, Die Hard, and Back to the Future.
Well, then for me, Bridge on the River Kwai, Sir Alec Guinness. If you've never seen it, see it. The Shawshank Redemption,
Ooh.
The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Yep. Frozen 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it came out during pandemic, and I have 2 little girls, so I watched it
100 times.
approximately 400 times. I am an expert on Frozen 2, and I've watched it enough times that I have the entire film memorized and can probably write several essays on it. So, brilliant film. Thank God it was good. That's all I have to say. What's that for? And you know what? I'm gonna throw it on there because I love it so much. Maybe it's not one of the best, but it deserves to be on my personal list of movies that I love. Face Off.
God, you were talking about it 2 weeks ago.
Yes, it is. It is John Travolta pretending to be Nick Cage, pretending to be John Travolta, and Nick Cage pretending to be John Travolta, pretending to be Nick Cage at their craziest, at their active craziest. Also, never before have so many bullets been fired that didn't hit their mark. I feel like one guy gets shot the entire movie. It's just This is the one that the group Prof got them from, called Suicidal. So,
That sounds cool.
shall we go?
Oh, it's been a while.
Cheers. Slow burn.
I don't taste anything.
It's creeping up on you. Also, your sauce may have disabled your tongue.
I don't think so.
It's in the back of my throat.
Now, see that? That's what I'm used to when I think spicy food. It's good. I appreciate that. All right. It's your turn.
Greatest musician or band you would wish to have seen in concert?
Ooh.
Jeez.
Dead or alive?
I was lucky enough to see Queen in person, but of course Freddie Mercury was long past. They were
Yep.
touring with Paul Rogers, who was the front man for Yes and Bad Company. Great show. I absolutely wish I could have seen them with Freddie. How about you guys? Even if it's an act that's out now that you're curious, you would
I
love to
was
see.
lucky enough to see Elton John over the summer for my birthday. So
Very cool.
Yep.
Doing okay there, Vicky?
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, there's this one artist I've been following a lot lately and listening to, been obsessed about, basically. Lizzie McAlpine.
Okay.
She's more like the acoustic, like, I don't know how to explain it, but kind of love or just, going through things, this is how I'm feeling kind of music. And she is actually having a concert in May, and it happens to not be, during any trip that I'm taking this year, luckily. I just need to find the money for it. So.
Hope that works out for you. In the meantime, pick a couple songs that you like of hers and send them to me, because I always like listening to what the children are listening to nowadays, what the kids are into.
oh God, he sounds.
What's your streaming service?
Amazon. I've got
Really?
I've got the Amazon music package, so I can listen to pretty much everything.
So no Apple Music versus Spotify?
YouTube music.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
no. The beautiful thing about the about the Amazon thing is that they've got everything.
Yeah.
So they're where I found the Double Clicks and their song Dimetrodon, which is my newest obsession. I listen to it in the morning driving my kids to school. Here's a question for both of you: musicians or musical performers or bands, however you want to do this. What's your Mount Rushmore? What's your fave for? It's completely subjective, so whatever you answer is good.
I'm thinking Freddie Mercury, Elvis, Elton John, Michael Jackson.
All right.
Good lineup. Okay. Jeremy Zucker, Lizzie McAlpine. Whitney Houston, Black Eyed Peas.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love asking that question because my father-in-law, God rest his soul, he went on a kick there where he was asking that of everybody around him, and I like taking that piece of him with me and asking that. And when he asked me, I was in a place where I was trying to improve my piano playing, so my four all ended up being singer-songwriters at the piano: Elton John, Billy Joel, Carole King, and Bruce Hornsby. And each of them brings something very specific stylistically to the theory and the way that they write that I've tried to incorporate into the way that I play. And if you want to know exactly what that is, take my music theory class, because we go over that in the third quarter.
Get over it with me.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Yes, as soon as we finish the film project, that's the next thing. Mount Rushmores, and then we're going to dive into the theory as to why you picked your Mount Rushmore. So you've already done part of the project.
Oh,
I guess that's it. We're out of wings. The crew ate the extras, so now we've just got to get rid of the bones. And so thank you so much.
Oh, actually, before you say that, I have one more question.
Oh, go for it.
How and why did you and Miss Gossip pick certain parts for people? You'll find us next time at Wings and Things. Bye, guys.
I'm going to set you guys up again, and you got to go like and subscribe.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And yeah, that does it for this episode of Wings and Things.
Like
And hit that subscribe button.
Great job, everybody.